Where is the doctor? The doctor has run away. Na daktari hapo wapi? Ameenda? Daktari ametoka ama? Kama ameenda. You are afraid the doctor has gone? But where is he?
She said she was working.
Yeah, but I wanted her to say something. You know it is so important.
No, but she hasn't.
How are you today? My brother is never on there. I'm waiting for your own patient. Uka haha. Haha uguli haha.
Mwongelezi na ile ndio. Hii ni ya TSC direct. Hiyo ni direct.
Yes. Oh yeah.
He told me that people.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We are here once again today, this morning. We have deliberated at length. But before I say anything, I would want Dr. Ambaja to say something about the virus. Then I will allow Dr. Nancy Macharia to say something about the teachers. Then I will crown it up. But I cannot hide my displeasure at the very unprofessional manner in which some of the print media are behaving, because it is like I am the process owner, and before I see the report, some of you have put it on the headlines. If you are going to say that is professional, then I don't know what to call it. But let's leave it there. And I hope that those who are leaking the facts to you should leak to you the facts that are real, because you are confusing the public. Dr. Mbajo, can you ngoja kwanza nipite pande?
Thank you. Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Professor Magoha, for this opportunity. I think the reason we're here today is sort of to talk about where we are and what options we have for reopening of various sectors. In terms of the COVID situation in the country, we have had the reports that have been given daily, and I guess it's a good thing for all of us that the number of cases reported has been going down, the positivity rate has been going down, and this really is a reflection that the amount of transmission that's going on in the community has also gone down. So as we think about, is it safe to reopen this space or safe to reopen these other spaces, I think I'll have to echo what has been said to us in the past, that we all continue to have a responsibility, individual responsibilities. As parents, I am a parent myself and I have to think about how to protect my child and how to protect other children. As adults and members of the society, so that we continue to adhere to the health protocols that have been put out in terms of ensuring our masks are worn and worn properly. I see many people with masks under their chins, on their heads, hanging from one ear, that we have to continue to follow these protocols, because if we fail at following these protocols, then we are shooting ourselves in the foot by allowing the virus to continue to spread in the community. So at this point, we're at a fairly reasonable place where the amount of virus that we're seeing, the positivity that we're seeing has gone down. How does this inform reopening? When we've had a positivity rate that's below 5%, basically what we have seen over the last several days, then it means that we're probably edging to a place where we can reopen. But this is not the only measure. Other than having a positivity rate that's low, our ability to detect cases, to trace contacts, to quarantine and isolate properly have to walk hand in hand with this reduction in positivity rate. Our behavior as individuals in terms of reducing transmission continues to be important. Thank you very much.
Okay, Peter Bandei. And as you can see, I have got all the stakeholders, Arap Mayo, who is in charge of parents, Sosion in charge of the largest teachers union, Akelo Misori must be somewhere inside here, and all the other people, or the one who is colorful there, with that, the private schools, the doctors union, the university academic, that's my faculty, the University Academic Union, the chairman of the Vice Chancellor's Committee, and pretty much who is who in the education sector. Muga Kolale, you can't see his beard because he has covered it with the mask. The mask is making him look very young. And, so now I would want to call on Dr. Nancy Macharia to be the one using her mouth, which is given by God, to tell you the decision that we have made about our wonderful teachers, who are among the very best in the world. Dr. Macharia.
Thank you. I want to start by thanking teachers in this country for the work that they have been doing even during this COVID season. And they have been assisting our students wherever they are, and even the community, to navigate this COVID pandemic. And we will continue asking our teachers for their sacrifice, as always, because they are some of the best teachers, as Waziri has said. So for our teachers, we ask you for your creativity, resilience, and the innovative sense that you have always had, so that both learners and parents are assured of safety and syllabus coverage when schools do open. And in this regard, we have deliberated on this as a committee, and we are therefore now asking our teachers to report back to schools on Monday, the 28th of September, to prepare for the eventual opening of schools. So our teachers can report any day between now and the 28th of September to be in schools and prepare the schools for the eventual opening. We wish to assure the country that our teachers are totally prepared and ready to support our children to recover the lost time and save the academic year that was at risk of being lost. We know our teachers will do this, and we ask all of you to support them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I want to start with the two other things that have no connection to the contemporary issue. The first one is about the reorganization in the TVET institutions in this country. With all humility, our technical officers have transferred certain heads of technical training institutions. You are not employed as a bona fide head of an institution. You are transferred to work there for a period. His Excellency the President has tasked us to re-engineer the TVET subsector in this country. And I have been to nearly all of them in person, in addition to my other team. The CS, Zach Kinuda, has been to many, Julius Biana has been to many, the Director of Technical has been to many, Director General of TVETA has been to many. And we have said, in order for us to accomplish what His Excellency the President wants, we decided to transfer. For example, there are certain national polytechnics whose names I will not say here because I respect where they come from, where they are situated. I will mention the very best one, which is the Nyeri National Polytechnic, which is now the benchmark for all of them. But there are others which are not even, they should not even be considered polytechnics, because there are many other polytechnics that are much better than them. So we have identified transformative leaders within that sector, and with all humility, we are transferring new people to go and give new life. Even me, I was a headmaster of University of Nairobi for 10 years. Beyond that, it requires that even if you are good, you go to another one. So my plea, it is gentle for now, but government does not plead all the time, is that if you have been transferred to another government institution, kindly hand over to the person that has come and move on, unless you have been told otherwise by my most humble self. We are human beings, we are not animals. If you refuse to move, it means there is something you are doing there that you do not want the government to know, and the government will act. So let me not hear, Dr. Juan, do you want to retire? You want to retire?
Not yet.
Let me not hear. We shall treat all of them with humility and treat every case on its own basis, but people must move. For example, those national polytechnics that look like pigsty must be brought very quickly within the next 6 months to look like what His Excellency the President wants. There is money, and that money must be used for what we want to. Are we together here?
Yes.
The second one is even more difficult. In his wisdom, His Excellency the President decreed that we should be given money, 1.9 billion shillings and chairs for our children in primary and secondary schools. This is a COVID period and it's a stimulus package. So I wonder when very important people in the media start asking, or do children need desks? We already agreed that it may be important for us to even have classes outside. I myself went to no other primary school than Gatundu Primary School at one time when I was inspecting Standard 4. And I found that class had a shortage of almost 100 desks. So those people who sit behind desks or big offices and ask questions, please be fair to us. Children need desks, and those desks shall be manufactured. Now my point is, first of all, I think, Dr. Kipsang, we have agreed that we extend the time for the Juakali people to have access. Is it already in the press? Until Friday?
Until Friday 26th.
So we will allow more Juakali people to have access. His Excellency the President led the way by going to ensure that Juakali people who are going to bid for this contract have got the capacity to provide. I have followed suit by going to so many other regions in the country, and I'm going to continue during this week. There is no law which stops us from ensuring that we ensure that the Juakali people have capacity to deliver these desks. These desks are not supposed to be going to a contractor who is rich, who will take the money and leave in the bank. Therefore, government has decided that the desks shall go to the sub-counties, and there is a committee in the sub-county chaired by the sub-county commissioner, secretated by the sub-county director of education, and other government people. We have said in the past that rather than thinking that we want to steal this money, we have said in the past that we shall select at least 15 schools in every sub-county. And if there are less, we shall take all the schools. The balance will be distributed. And if we take Kakamega, for example, which I toured on Saturday, Kakamega has 416 secondary schools. And the ones that will benefit are 235. We have also said that every ward must get, but there is a catch because there must be a registered school. And in Kakamega I've been told that there is one ward without a registered school. So those unregistered schools are not schools and they shall not get these desks. The high schools, having been chosen properly, will get 50 desks and the primary schools will get 70 desks. We, as the ministry people, together with the Ministry of Interior, will ensure that this money goes directly to the Juakali people. For example, in Homa Bay, where we have a total of 333 secondary schools, 152 of them will benefit. They'll get a total of about 29 million shillings. In Kakamega, they will get 44 million shillings for the high school. But the point is, this will be scattered to the sub-counties. Which part of this explanation is so difficult that we cannot understand and tell our people? I want to assure the nation that the scandal that the media is planning to create around these desks shall not take place when I am Cabinet Secretary for Education. And you can take that to the bank. You can create it to sell your papers, but it shall not happen. You shall make sure that the desks are made and they go to where they are supposed to be. And in terms of pricing, ladies and gentlemen, we went through the Juakali sector, both in Nyeri and in Nairobi and elsewhere, and we came with a competitive price, which you can go and check. 3,800 shillings for 500 shillings for the primary school. Why do you think this money is going to be stolen? For who and by who and for what? By who and for what? I am aware that there are mandarins who are trying to manufacture these chairs in the back room in the hope that they will go and seduce the Juakali people. We are going to inspect the Juakali because there are many sheds. Many of them will not benefit. The ones that will benefit are the ones that have capacity to make these desks. And I want to rest my case there. I hope this is as clear as it can be. Beyond that, you can write